50 years ago, 40 years ago, 30 years ago. It's not been like actual portrayal of the LGBT community itself in the past for them, LGBT itself. So we see that because it doesn't love the truth of the current situation right now, although there is extent of liberalization, there is still not enough. And we feel the status quo is not enough for it. And the outer this stance, which is for only LGBT actors in the entertainment. Yeah. So we believe in two things. Firstly, like how entertainment media and LGBTQ community can actually coexist, because we believe that both of these things about how this is why I'm coming about how straight people and how gay people how they into this. What am I going to tell you today? I'm going to tell you three LGBT people in the entertainment media. Secondly, I'm going to talk about how you can support for the LGBT. If you are side, I'm going to talk about how I'm going to talk about how there will be a faster progression in doing so. The other side can come out and argue and talk about how LGBT community. I don't think this is going to be a clear debate, because that's not what we're going to talk about. They actually bring support and how they actually as a perspective of how everybody can see an actual relationship between me and actual people on the bring support so that our actually is going to be in the future. So before that, yes,
it's a movie about actor. Is a movie and the actor is playing. If that's the case, then be the trans actor will just
okay. What like yes, what I feel as a sounds actually later to up there and then because the LGBT they believe that how we will start. Second, they have talked about this right. It can actually solve a problem LGBT community inside. Let me give an example of how in the past we have how encouraging this one we have the hashtag #MeToo movement. And how everyone is actually coming out one by one. because of one person that started. For
I don't think we LG trade actor. Matter of fact, is the audience will look at what they see is not see the actor as actually the actor is playing on, because the matter of fact is how big an actor is. It's all about the movie, the medium, and the message is trying to tell, right? Basically, right? And we think that we if we ever prove to you, we make a sign. Also, the take note, no, don't know what's so viewers in this world. That means that there's some there's a particular that their side to understand. Need to engage And that's explained, right? Politics is and you have that we think that we should lead to allow for maximum and not I'm able to appeal to more people, even if those people are conservatives and have things against LGBT, because then you movie is about this gay movie as this big time actor playing this movie. Those people LGBT, you compel them to watch. And this is a given opportunity for the sort of like government side want to talk about, because this is something you see this big time actor playing, then you see them as a human being, and we think that that's highly important. So on the point on how these big time actors, because they're straight, how they will better represent the LGBT role they're playing. We think that first of all, that these actors acting is their profession. Therefore, we think that there is incentive to put on some sort of work in effort to better portray, right? And that means that these actors will look through their autobiography, right? Attention towards LGBT, the chance to know what people are pressing and how the general. That means that you give positive coverage among the community, which is something that is particularly exclusive to your side, given that you only limit to this. So what is right when what people in these characters living lives just like you and me, right? If only the thing that troubles them is that they're unable to express their sexuality, and we think through that, through the methods of this big time actors, you're able to garner better sympathy, right? Some better sympathy, and through better sympathy, that's how you better to normalize the idea of accepting LGBT in community. How you accept. On the third point on LGBT actors, right? We think that they forgot to consider the matter of fact is there are roles that are stereotypically LGBT actors, like they stereotypize LGBT people, and we think that when you sort of limit this LGBT to play these actors, given the limited resources of directors, they usually will prioritize people, actors, to those LGBT roles are stereotypical, and you don't give them a chance to opt out, right? Because fact is what they play in that particular sense, right? We think that in a world where you give them a free chance to audition for I think that's much better for their career. For the conclude, yes.
We say they can do everything, but we're only saying that in your stance, why is it bad for to other actors to actually portray this side?
We're already giving you and explain to you that it's much better, even the representative is sacrificed. But in conclusion, for the better run LGBT community, we think that you're able to send a much better message, because what in usually these stories usually portrays everyday normal people working like you and I know, right? But instead you never know that inner sexual frustration that they have, right? And we think that message is much more compelling, and we think we think it's better for LGBT community when people are more likely to sympathize for it. And on second point, we think that when LGBT actors put their acting career first, rather first, that means they allow them a chance to fight for the audition for the main roles. That means that even the role is straight, but you tell the Hollywood community that an LGBT can also play for a straight role, right? Can also play those big time roles that other straight actors be. That means that their acting capability is also on the par with other straight actors. That's a harm under their side that we only limit them to LGBT roles. Will do, right? With that said, proud to oppose.
Look, it's quite says the role that matters, right? I'm going to disprove to you that in today's argument, throw out their whole argument. We're talking about the actual heterosexual maximum argument. What they did not engage with what my Prime Minister has talked about is how part of the LGBT community playing the minorities in the first place, right? And number two, how this leads to more progression for this community at the end of the day. Okay, I'm going to be presenting 3 arguments today. Number 1, how this impacts the LGBT community. Number 2, how this impacts the actors themselves. And number 3, how the role of the entertainment media in the first place, right? So number 1, we tell you that why we need people who actually identify as LGBT to play these characters in the first place, because it has a significant impact on people who are actually closeted, people who are LGBT in the real world today, in the audience who are actually consuming this entertainment media in the first place. We tell that this further empowers them to come out and actually accept themselves. And obviously why this is so important is because that's a principle justification, that's a value that we want to uphold on our side of the scope, right? So, okay, even if they argue, right, that, okay, these heterosexual people can play these roles so convincingly that people will still, come out at the end of the day, we tell you that it's not the same, because it actually will further motivate backlash from the community, because that it might not be accurate representation, which I will expand on later. So we believe that the reason why people feel empowered, right, when they see actors who are actually LGBT portraying LGBT characters, is because there's a sense of relatability to them. We have to understand that when we watch and when we consume entertainment media, we do not simply admire these roles on themselves. What happens is that when we like a certain character, we want to know more about them. That's when we actually know who the actors are. That's how actors even garner fame in the first place, right? So we tell that when people actually search about these things, right, and actually find out that the character is actually gay and had the courage to even take on the role and present the role in the first place, that's when there's further impact on them. They're actually more incentive for them to want to accept themselves and come out in the first place. Okay. But we have the only to talk about the underlying factor of what these LGBT people role garner the most. It's what we have because of fear of LGBT ostracization, which I'm going to expand on shortly. But yeah, sure.
That will be made for LGBT people. Well, then normal people would then have incentive to watch it.
Look, okay. Because how that appeals not only to the LGBT community but the whole audience, in a sense that this is something that they've never seen before. And what impact it has, right? It's not only that gay people feel empowered, right? Not only that people who identify with this minority feel empowered, but at the same time, right, the other audience, people who are heterosexual, learn to respect these people, right? And we're talking about, okay, let's say there's particular people who are very conservative, who have not really been exposed to the idea of like accepting these people